Hello everyone, welcome to this tropical update. Before we get into the video, I would like to make it clear that I am not a meteorologist. Any opinions shared are mine and are not official. They should not be taken as official. The sun is setting over Tropical Storm Fiona right now, and this renders visible imagery almost useless. Although we can see in the final frames a swirl, and at the center of that swirl we have the low-level center of circulation. Along with this, we can see on infrared imagery where we can see some slight rotation around that point, and this indicates that the cyclone is likely close to being vertically stacked, and this will benefit the storm as it nears the island of Puerto Rico for further intensification. We can also see that along with the rotation, we can see that there were some bands present that were rather strong. However, in recent frames we can see these diminishing, and normally this would indicate that the cyclone is weakening, but this is a natural process related to the diurnal minimum, where convective activity is less favored. Here is water vapor imagery for the environment around the storm, and we can see that to the north and west of the cyclone there is some drier air present in the atmosphere, and it's possible that some of this dry air could be making its way close to the center, and this could be inhibiting or could be an inhibitor in the future, but the cyclone is likely to overcome this and continue strengthening. One of the reasons for this is we can see that the cyclone is well ventilated, with impressive outflows streaming out from the storm in the upper levels, and this extra ventilation will help the storm deepen, which will help the storm strengthen, allowing for better organization, which will help keep dry air out. On conventional satellite imagery, the storm does not look that well organized, but under the hood we can see that the structure of the storm is rather decent, or we can see the curved banding nature of the storm, as well as what is probably a formative core feature wrapping around the center. We can see this feature on radar imagery from San Juan, where we can say that precipitation is oriented in a way that resembles the microwave imagery, and this is rotating around the center, and this pretty much is a good indicator that this is a core feature that is developing, and if this core remains intact or improves, we could see more robust intensification during the morning hours as convective activity is favored again, and the favored convective activity will likely cause heavier rains for Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. Recon is investigating the storm right now, and right now they've found that winds in the southern and northwestern quadrants are stronger than they were previously. However, the winds right here do not indicate the storm is any stronger, although the plane is heading to measure the area that does hold the strongest winds, and it's possible that the storm has strengthened at least slightly. And the reason for this is the plane did find out that the center pressure has been dropping since the previous mission, where this drop zone in the center recorded a central pressure of 998 millibars with a surface wind of 17 knots. This normally would correlate to a surface pressure of 996 millibars, which is a 6 millibar difference from the 1002 millibars it was from about 6 hours ago. This tells us that the cyclone is deepening and is likely to continue deepening, potentially even deepening at a faster pace as it nears the island, which is what the National Hurricane Center is expecting, as Fiona is forecast to become a hurricane as it makes landfall on Puerto Rico, and due to this we do have hurricane warning in effect for the island, as well as hurricane watches in effect for the Eastern Dominican Republic, as well as the U.S. Virgin Islands. The word hurricane is scary enough by itself, but as is always the case for tropical cyclones, the wind is not the main threat we are looking out for, but rather the water. We can see that the storm surge forecast is 1 to 3 feet for Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, but this is mostly a coastal threat. If you are further inland in the more mountainous area, storm surge is obviously not going to be a threat for you. However, the one thing you are going to have to looking out for is the rainfall in total, which across the whole entire island is forecast to be near or above 5 inches of rainfall, with the main focus of that being the southern part of the island, with rainfall expected to be anywhere from 10 to 20 inches. Due to this, there is a flash flood watch in effect until 6 p.m. on Monday, and this rainfall is likely to cause life-threatening flash flooding as well as mudslides and rockfalls in higher terrain. For the best information to stay up to date with how much rainfall you could be receiving and the threats that will come along with it, please stay tuned to the National Weather Service's branch in San Juan for continued, updated, and reliable information. That's all I have for today. Thank you all for watching. Have a good rest of your day.